Those are Iraqi troops with the backing of the U.S. battling ISIS as they edge closer to completely liberating Mosul. Forces now pushing toward the riverside of Mosul's old city in a final offensive against the Islamic State. Joining us now, retired U.S. Army Special Forces Lieutenant Colonel Mitch Utterback. Mitch, I know you were in Mosul not too long ago, even provided us some video of some of what you saw there. If Mosul falls, that is the last stronghold of ISIS within Iraq, right?
Yes. Yeah. John, there's about less than a square mile left to clear. It's going to take several more days, but it is alley to alley, street to street, house to house fighting. It's not like what we've seen before where they can call in a lot of airstrikes and use a lot of armored vehicles. It is really soldiers with rifles and hand grenades going in after the individual ISIS fighters there.
We just saw you in sort of a bit of selfie video. Were you there as an advisor, an observer? Tell us about your role.
Yeah, some of the people I ran into thought that I was, but I was completely open, that I was a retired soldier working on a master's degree in journalism, and this self-funded trip to Mosul over the Christmas break was my thesis project for a multimedia journalism degree.
Wow. The civilian population there, and we're seeing, you know, little kids staggering down the streets strewn with rubble. The civilian population of that city has been badly decimated, hasn't it?
Incredible. 800,000 people by some estimates have fled and are now in refugee camps. Up to 80,000 people still in old Mosul, that last square mile, with no power, no fresh water, being used as human shields by ISIS. I saw with my own eyes in January ISIS targeting civilians as they attempted to flee towards government forces, a life and death decision. The good guys are at one end of your street, the ISIS are at the other, and you and your family decide to risk your lives to move towards government forces. ISIS tries to kill you while you're doing it. Sadly, they're often successful.